So if trying harder isn't working, what does? There's this paradox of control, like why you can't snap them out of it. The hard truth is there's really nothing you can do because it's on their side of the street. No logic, no love, no declarations, no reframing is going to work. You can't convince them back into clarity. Clarity can't be borrowed, and clarity has to come from within. And I see a lot of spouses trying to give clarity, or they might be saying, I think I've never really been happy, or I've always sort of doubted, or I don't really know how I felt about this, or I don't know if I was happy. And maybe they're rewriting history a little bit, but it might also be that they're connecting dots or expressing things they've never expressed before, right? And the impulse is to want to say, no, that's not true. We were happy. Don't you remember? And to like tell them that their experience isn't true and try to give them the alternative narrative that you think will help wake them up. It's totally understandable and well-meaning, but it generally doesn't work when you're dealing with a midlife crisis. Trying to control or trying to chase them or fix them increases the resistance. And actually, Daniel Levinson, he's a psychologist. He's the one that coined the term midlife transition. He found that this phase is about an internal reorganization. It's not about an external persuasion. It's not even about the dynamic. That said, I do have a caveat. A lot of times when I'm talking to a spouse who's leaning out spouse is having a midlife crisis, or the person that I'm speaking to believes that their spouse is having a midlife crisis, they might use it as an opportunity to say, this has nothing to do with our dynamics at all. And so they will minimize anything in the relationship that their spouse with a midlife crisis is pointing to. And that's a mistake. Because even if it is inside of them, even if it's an internal reorganization and it has nothing to do with you, if their narrative is like trying to explain how they feel by looking at things in the relationship, and you don't try to join them to at least see it from their vantage point and be their ally and helping them make sense of their experience, then you're going to become on the outs. You're going to be more like their enemy, or not their enemy, but that's too strong of a word, but more of an opponent to what they're trying to figure out right now, right? And then if they don't feel validated or heard or understood, that's going to only reinforce their narrative that like, gosh, maybe we're not on the same page. Maybe I'm waking up and this just isn't for me, which is not what you want, right?